With that, we bring in Jason Chaffetz, former House Oversight Committee Chairman and Fox News contributor, T.W. Shannon, former Oklahoma House Speaker, and Juan Williams, Fox News senior political analyst. Great to have all of you with us. So we have this issue of a Biden decline in young voters, and you can see that he's trying to address that with forgiving student loan. And then he has a very serious issue with black voters as well. And you know, he had a moment at this Chick-fil-A where he gave a big hug to this woman who was very positive about the Trump candidacy in Georgia, this was. And she joined them on Fox and Friends this morning to talk a little bit about why she supports President Trump. Let's just watch this and get your reaction to it, please. Here we go.
I think, and this is a sentiment I get a lot coming from the young people themselves, is that they feel like he's honest. They feel like this is somebody who, while we might not agree with how he says things, how he goes about things, at least he's telling us what it is. We don't feel like this is a snake in the grass waiting for his chance to bite us. This is somebody who's telling us this is what my plan is.
TW, what goes through your mind when you watch that whole scenario that played out at the Chick-fil-A and you hear what this young woman has to say?
Well, Martha, I love it. And I think the Democrats recognize they are losing their grip on the black vote. Listen, there are two reasons why black voters are running toward Donald Trump. Number one, they remember COVID. They remember it was the Democrats who were saying you can't go to work, you can't go to your job, and you can't send your kids to schools. And Republicans were saying, we want to protect your job and we want your kids to go to school. And they also know that Joe Biden has replaced African Americans for illegals. The open border crisis is not by hop and circumstance. It is a direct attack on black voters, and black people recognize it. They're asking the question, why is it that Jamal is locked up, but Julio's running around doing whatever he wants to in this country with benefits from the government? It's an atrocity that's happening, and it's a direct result of the policies of Joe Biden. People are less free, they're less prosperous, and black people know it and they recognize it, and they're running to Donald Trump as a result.
Yeah, the border issue is something that was very potent, I thought, in Mark Halperin's discussion that he had with independent voters. Yeah. And they brought up exactly the point that you make. They feel like they're being traded off in terms of being Americans and the benefits that they'd like to receive, and that it's going to the people who are coming across the border. Juan, what do you say to all that?
Well, I think that there's no getting away from the numbers that you described, Martha. I think that what you see is a decline, especially black men, not so much black women, in support for President Biden. It still is even among black men, 2-1. But as you point out, it's like a 30% drop in the Fox News voter analysis. I will say that this is really early, and what you have is people reacting to the incumbent. So the people who are like, well, you know, I don't know how things are going for me. Oh, gee, I think inflation still is an issue. I'm worried about my loans, about buying a house. They are aiming all of that ire at the man behind the big desk, and at the moment, that's President Biden. Of course, President Biden and his campaign are going to start running ads, and those ads are going to remind people of what life was like under, guess who? Former President Trump, the man that they threw out to put Biden in place. And with regard to the student loans,
Juan, I hope they do.
Student loans are popular. Student loans right now are a politically popular
Everyone
move.
likes to get
like
free money. Sure, that's always popular. Go ahead, TW, and then I want to get Jason in here.
I hope they run ads because life was a lot better under Donald Trump.
All right, Jason Chaffetz.
No, it wasn't. I mean, clearly, if you remember COVID, if you remember George Floyd, you'd say, no, for black America, it was not better.
The numbers don't bear that out, Juan.
In terms of, you look at unemployment. You look at unemployment.
No,
you
but
look at the
Juan,
stock
I think
market. It's better.
The numbers the numbers that I think TW is talking about are the polling numbers that we're seeing, and a clear shift that is happening. And I showed you historically how dramatic this shift is if it holds up. And you're saying if things are still far off. Let me get Jason Chaffetz in here. Jason, your take on the efforts by the current president to try to win these groups back.
I think it is a vote-buying scheme. Since when do we just ignore the Supreme Court and their ruling? They're going to get sued again. You hear nothing from the president about how he's going to drive down costs of education. Yeah, he wants to go out and try to erase some of the debt, but how are they actually going to make college more affordable? They never talk about that. And TW is right. The immigration issue is big because, you know what, 10 million people compete for housing. 10 million people are competing for all those benefits, and they're going into these big inner cities, and it has a major effect.
Indeed, it does. Juan, thank you. T.W. Shannon, thank you as well. Jason Chaffetz, great to have you all here. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks, Martha.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.